episode 106, a solo episode with me, Tiffany Hinton, and today we're talking about how to bring chaos to calm for busy moms on the Cultivating Guts podcast. Hello, it's Tiffany, and welcome back to Cultivating Guts, a podcast where we discuss living life with peace and joy. I'm super excited to be back with you guys. I've had so many insightful moments. I've been sick, and I apologize if I cough during this episode. I am recovering from influenza. But we've got a lot of important topics to discuss today and some very exciting news on some stuff coming. What I'm wanting to share with you in this podcast today is ways to bring chaos to calm. The things you can do in increments, 5 minutes at a time, here and there within your day as a busy mom to help yourself find that peace and that balance. And so we're going to dive into that conversation. And I hope that at the end of the podcast, you've got some practices, some things that you can do in your own life to create more calm. If you want to catch us on video, you're welcome to join us on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Tiffany Hinton. Hello, if you're there, welcome to the video version of Cultivating Guts. And we are on all your other major podcasting platforms, including Google, Amazon, Spotify. Also, there should be video there, along with some others. Before we get started, I would love for you to rate, review the Cultivating Guts podcast and send me a screenshot of your review to tiffany@cultivatingguts.com. Send it over in an email and I'll send you a free breathwork. I will send you a free class that you can do. Also, if you're listening and you have a favorite part, screenshot it, tag us on Instagram at @IamTiffanyHinton. I love reposting stuff, and I'm super excited to hear what you think of today's episode. I'm also excited to see if you have one of these practices that we talk about that you're just like, oh my gosh, that one's for me, and I'm putting that in my pocket and keeping that for all the times that I need it. I'm so grateful for you and all of our amazing listeners for helping us grow the podcast over the years and sharing it with more people. All right, welcome to the show. Welcome back. I am trying to get to my notes, guys. All right, so from chaos to calm, a busy mom's guide to stress relief. So I'm going to share a couple of personal stories with you, and then we're going to also talk about stress relief techniques, those power micro moments, those 5 minutes where you can reset your nervous system, you can reset your emotional system if possible, you can reset kind of that chaos to find calm in your life. So my personal life, and I've been talking more about this, as the girls get older, it gets busier. As there's no nanny in the house, it gets busier. As my corporate job becomes more elevated and I move up at work, it gets busier. It gets more chaotic. We have 3 girls, if you didn't know that, if you're new to the podcast. They are 13, 12, and 11. So yes, 3 kids in 3 years. They are all in their own sports. I have 2 in competitive club gymnastics, which means traveling to other states for meets, practices, multiple meets, even in state. It means team events. It means team sleepovers. It means camps, training events, mindset camps. My husband says that we just bought a new minivan because we need a road trip car for all of this travel sports. And if you've ever had a kid in travel sports, I know you can relate to what I'm saying right now. My youngest is more artsy. She likes her video games. She likes to read. She likes to art and create. And she is getting ready. She made the school play backstage crew, and she has practice 4 nights a week for the next 3 months on top of her sister's already busy practices. And of course, none of my kids can drive. So what does that mean? It means on top of a busy day job, on top of running a business, right? Helping you, which I love doing, on top of household chores, having our mini homestead and our garden and all these kids' sports. Where's the time for me? Where's the time for me in the chaos, right? And then that chaos gets added to when I'm sick, or like my daughter threw up actually early this morning, or the cat vomits, right? Like all this stuff. And I love life. Don't get me wrong. I love everything about our family. I love what we've created. I love our life. But there are moments, probably more than I'd like to admit if I really am honest, where I'm just like, oh my goodness, if I don't sit down and I don't breathe, I'm going to like rip somebody's head off. I'm going to yell at the wrong person. I'm going to blame somebody for something that's not even their fault. I'm going to explode, or I'm going to internalize and I'm going to go eat a bag of potato chips, or I'm going to have too much alcohol, right? And so we have these things that become coping mechanisms for stress and chaos, whether the coping mechanism is a form of depression or mild depression where you just don't get out of bed, or the coping mechanism is the alcohol or the junk food, or some people the coping mechanism is actually also you might see it as beneficial, but it's not. They could become OCD and start like micro cleaning, right? Or doing other things that become behavioral issues. And so how do you kind of like move away from that? What can you do in the meantime so that that chaos that could happen in your life, that is happening in our lives all the time, isn't manifesting itself into our nervous system, into our hormone balance, or into actual physical disease, right? Or triggering an autoimmune disease. And I think that's where those 5-minute micro moments come in, or those 15-minute yoga classes, or the 20 minutes that you have to just go walk around the block and be in nature. That to me are the micro moments that help us. They truly, truly help us. I have days where everything goes totally different than I wanted, right? There's days where I still go into the office, something breaks, somebody's upset, we can't figure it out. We got more issues to deal with. I'm running behind. I need to get back so I can get a kid to practice on time, only to get back to the house to find out that they're not even ready. And then I'm trying to get them out the door to get them over to the gym for practice. We get them dropped off, and then I get a text message that says, I forgot my shorts. And I'm like, how the heck? How the heck do you forget your shorts is what's going through my head when you practice 4 or 5 days a week and you know exactly what you're wearing and you should have been ready to go and had your shorts on before you even left the house. And now you're texting me that I need to find some shorts in their messy bedroom. Hopefully they're clean shorts, and then get back in the car, turn around, drive through after work traffic to get you shorts, and you start practice in less than 10 minutes. And then at the same time, my brain is like, and we have no dinner. So are we door dashing or are we fasting? And the evening chores aren't done. So the animals aren't fed or watered or put away for the night. The eggs aren't collected. And it just piles and it piles and it piles. And I can explain that to you because that happened last week. And I was still recovering from being sick and on meds that I wasn't supposed to be driving a car. So it's just like, and again, I'm sure many of you have had moments just like that. And you can relate. That is where those micro moments, that's where these practices actually come into really, really important, right? So that's where just changing the music in the car is huge. Changing to a frequency of, 471 or 428 or a 528 frequency in the car, intentionally going to Spotify, finding one of my grounding playlists, playing that instead of the radio. That just changes the whole energy, right? Being able to do some sata namas, right? No matter where I'm at, even if I'm just sitting at a stoplight and my eyes are still open and I'm just chanting sata nama and using the pressure points of my fingers as I go. Taking the 3 super deep breaths, right? Breathing into the stomach, into the chest. I did a video on Instagram earlier this week. Breathing out through the nose on the first breath, breathing in through the nose on the second breath, out through the mouth, in through the nose on the third breath, and then sighing it out on the third breath, out through the mouth, right? That is also a great way to reset in about 30 seconds. Being able to do a 3-minute energy buster, right? Which is this, and there's a YouTube video of us doing the breath work that goes with the arms. Doing radiance builder or ego eradicator as well, which is breath of fire with your hands out 60 degrees and your thumbs pointed to the sky. Those things help. Like I said earlier, being out in nature, taking a walk. For me, picking up one of our animals, whether I go outside and I hold a rabbit or I go get the cat, although neither one of our cats really like to be held anymore. Those help, like that connection. So if you've got a cat or a dog at home or you have something else, that connection to another being, right? Preferably an animal, will also calm you. It will bring you serotonin, which will help with hormonal and chemical balance in the body. Um, Another thing that you can do for 5 minutes is a great cup of herbal tea. Make yourself a cup of herbal tea. This one's a mint. Breathe it in. Feel the essence of it. And if you need calming, maybe you're reaching for a chamomile tea. Maybe you're reaching for, this is mint. This is energizing. This is healing. Maybe you're reaching for Melissa, which is also known as lemon balm in the US, right? Those are amazing. If you wanted just protection from all this chaos in the world. 5 minutes of chanting the protection mantra, drinking and using rosemary essential oil, rosemary soaps and lotions. Rosemary creates protection. That's one of its medicinal properties and magical properties. Rosemary also is antiviral, I believe, if I have that right. I should look it up. But reaching for that herb that's going to help with the properties of the herb, with the herbal properties and with the magical and medicinal properties to get you to where you need to be outside the chaos. I think those are super beneficial for you. And if you're like, okay, Tiffany, those sound great, but I don't even know how to do that. I understand. I would invite you to visit our YouTube channel. We've got some new movement videos on our YouTube channel. We have some breathwork videos on our YouTube channel. I'm building that up. And then we have a brand new membership launching. So Grounding and Glowing, it's a sanctuary for busy moms. This new membership is launching. And with this launch, it's going to be every month. There's going to be a live online class for an hour, which will be yoga, breathwork, sound healing, all of that, that you'll have a recording of as a member, and then you can repeat it. And as long as you're a member, you'll have stuff from when you started all the way through, so you'll have all your months. There's going to be recipes on there. There's going to be herb every month that we look at. And there's going to be some other content like these 3-minute videos, which are going to be practices to just help you move through. Having the ability to, pull it up on your phone, on YouTube. Excuse me. Or having the ability to sit down on your tablet or your laptop and log into the membership community that I'm building for you so that you can have that calming, so that you can stay grounded. I think that's going to be so helpful. I know it's helpful for me. Having these practices are so helpful for me. They've been helpful for me for the last 4 years. I started Kundalini yoga 5 years ago now. Oh my gosh, 5 years ago. And life changer. Life changer. Prior to Kundalini yoga, I was a beach body. And anytime I got mad, I was throwing stuff. My girls will attest to that. They can probably still remember me throwing stuff. I would throw stuff. I would yell and scream. I would clean the kitchen like I was manic. And I would throw dishes too if I was really angry, or pots or pans or things. I don't even know where that came from. My mother was not somebody who threw stuff. She was definitely somebody who would yell and smack you. And then I would go do these super cardio beach body workouts, which never really reset my nervous system. Did they help with muscle and fitness? Sure. But did they reset the nervous system, bring calming and grounding? No. They just created this ongoing cycle of chaos at work, chaos at home, hectic 1-hour workout, and then exhaustion. And then it'd be this repeat cycle. When I found Kundalini, it still gave me fitness. It still gave me flexibility and stretching, but it gave me the power and the breath work and the calming that my body needed to be oh, wow. It put my sleep patterns kind of back in place to where, the serotonin, the melatonin, and all of the different chemicals work together, and they happen when they're supposed to happen. I don't have to have red light in the evening to trick my brain into thinking that it's time to go to sleep. I don't have to have an alarm clock to wake up. I haven't had an alarm clock since before COVID. I don't need it. My body naturally has cycles, and I wake up between 5:30 and 6 almost every morning. Sometimes I wake up earlier than that because it's just my body's ready. And that's what a lot of the practices gave me. It gave my body back its natural cycle. Gave me the energy that I needed, but it also helps me find those micro moments to reset, to calm down, to think things through, and to find joy in life. And I want to give you guys that. I want you to find that for yourselves. I want you to get out of what I would deem the rat race cycle, right? That cycle where you're just like in always go, push, exhaust, right? And then you start over. You should have a natural cycle of embodying the energy of the day, using the energy, resetting if you need to, building up more energy, resetting, and then resting, right? And it should move like ocean waves. It should be beautiful. And that's what I want to give you guys with our new membership. Details on the membership are going to be coming out through our email and on our Instagram channel. So if you're not following us on Instagram or on our email list, you're going to want to go subscribe. You can go to cultivatingguts.com and subscribe for the email. And you can also do our 5-day free challenge if you want. That's also on the website, and that will get you on the email list by signing up for the 5-day free challenge. The 5-day free challenge is going to give you some more micro moments that you can do. It's going to give you videos and some tools and techniques and some herbal recipes for you. So those are always fun. I hope that you found value in today's podcast. I would love to understand more about some of what you need assistance with. When do you have the most chaos and that you just want to know how to move through it quickly? You need to move through it. You can't avoid it, but how to move through it, embrace it, and move past it. And yeah, I'm here for you guys. It's going to be an amazing 2025. So much is coming, and I'm so excited. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Share with me your favorite part was. Share with me when you try one of the practices I mentioned. Ask me any questions. I'm here for you, and I'm excited to see your benefits. Satnam, love you guys. If you love this episode, I would love for you to share it with your friends. Send the link to anyone who may need this inspiration or information on finding their micro moments, moving away from the chaos into the calm. And to find out more about our brand new Grounding and Glowing Sanctuary, our new membership for busy moms, you're going to want to join, either follow us on Instagram at I am Tiffany Hinton, or join our email list. And you can do that at www.cultivatingguts.com. And then you'll get all those details. Membership is launching February 12th. Some freebies, some bonuses, some extra stuff coming with being one of the founding members. You also lock in a very special rate as a founding member. If you sign up before the 12th of February for the membership, you are locked in for life at the founding rate. And so that's super cool and a gift for you. I am just excited to be here with you on the podcast. And with that, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day.